Hi students, a very pleasant and warm greetings to you all. Hope you are doing good. A very happy new year to you all, and I wish you a great success and best wishes for the new year. And let's start our portion. We have completed our 15 chapters in our computer application, and today we are going to start a fresh chapter, that is chapter 16, JavaScript functions. Okay, let's see the functions in JavaScript. Here function means that is a block of code. Okay, it is like a set of codes. Okay, a function means it will have a set of codes and it will be defined once, but it can be executed or it can be um, processed more than one or two times. Okay, it can be executed in a number of times. Okay, these functions will be used to encapsulate a code that will perform a specific task. That means when you're having a big program, if you're having a specific set of codings that will process a specific set of work, we'll say it as a separate function. Okay, here functions are used to encapsulate, that is to combine a set of code that forms a specific task. Okay, if you are having a big coding and inside that coding we have a set of code to do the multiplication, a set of code to do the addition, a set of code to display the welcoming text, means each set of coding will be saying it as a function. Okay, we can just take that particular set of codes which are used to do that particular operation, maybe addition or a multiplication or a welcoming text. We can take that coding separately and we can use that in some other place also wherever we want that particular function. Okay. Specifically, if you see, these functions are defined for a commonly required task. That means instead of repeating the specific amount or a specific lines of codings, we'll use this functions. Okay, since we are using the functions here, we don't need to repeat the same terms again and again. Okay, when you are naming a function, if you are naming a function add and inside that function you are giving c is equal to a plus b, means wherever you want to add something you can just call this function. The function name is add, means in that place wherever you want to add, if you're having a big program, in the place of addition, you can just call this function. You can just insert this word add and you can execute the other line. So here the repetition of the same lines will be uh, accepted from repeating, right? Did you understand that? We don't want to repeat the same lines again. We can just mention the function's name and you can do that particular task in the number of places. Okay, it is not just once. You can use that function's name wherever you want in the same program. Okay, you can use it 10 or 20 or 50 times also. Okay, so this reduces the repetition of the same codings. Okay, and the next another thing is this is uh, used to keep the code that performs a particular job in one place in order to enhance the reusability. If you are using a particular function to perform a particular task, here the reusability will be enabled, right? And then the program clarity also will be good. Okay, these JavaScript functions are parameterized and non-parameterized. Parameterized function means it will have the list of parameters or the list of identifiers. Okay, these identifiers only we'll say it as parameters, and this works as a local variables for the functions body. Okay, here if you see this JavaScript functions, all the JavaScript functions may or may not have parameters. Okay, if it has parameters, we'll say it as parameterized function. and if it doesn't have the parameters or the identifiers, we'll say it is non-parameterized function. Okay, this function invocations, that means this will provide the values, or it will provide the arguments for the function's parameter. Okay, these functions mostly will use their argument values to compute the return value, which becomes the value of the function invocation expression. That means here it will have a particular argument. Each function will have a argument, and that argument itself will behave as a parameter. Okay, here in JavaScript it supports two types of functions. One is predefined and the other one is user defined. Okay, predefined means it is library function. First, let's see what is predefined functions. Okay, predefined functions means from the word itself you can understand it is predefined. That means it is already defined in the JavaScript library. Okay, this is also known as library function. Since these functions are already defined and it is present in the JavaScript library, it is also known as library functions. Okay, let's see some example of this predefined functions. Some of the examples are is NaN, to uppercase of, to lowercase of, length of, alert of, prompt of, write of. These are all the predefined functions. Okay, we saw the prompt of, write of, to lowercase, to uppercase. These and all in the previous chapters. So these are all defined in the library, and hence it is known as library functions or predefined functions. Okay, to uppercase means this function will convert the given letter or the given string to uppercase. That means if you are giving x is equal to Java in small letter, JAVA in small letter, if you are giving x dot to uppercase of means the output will be capital JAVA. Okay, same way to lowercase means it will convert the particular string or the particular letter or the word to small letter. Okay, if you are giving it in a capital letter, it will just change it to small letter and it will give you the output in small letter. Okay, length means if you are giving Java, it will just count, it will find the length of the given string, JAVA. The length of Java is 4, right? It has 4 letters, so it is, the length is 4. Okay, the next one is PARSE, parse int. That means parse int of means this is used to convert a float value into an integer. Okay, here if you are giving parse int and inside the bracket if you are giving 1.243 means it will just take the uh, value which is present in the right hand side of the uh, point or the decimal point, and it will just display the thing which is in the left hand side. That means this parse int will convert the float value into integer. Okay, and the other one is parse float, PARSEFLOAT. That means it is used to convert the string into a integer. Okay, or it will convert into a float. Okay, so whatever you have given, it will just convert it into a number or a float. Okay, so these are all the predefined functions. That means these are defined already and these are saved inside the library of JavaScript, and hence it is known as predefined functions or library functions. Okay, and the other one is user defined functions. That means this will allow the programmer to modularize a program. That means we'll be able to create a coding and we'll be able to combine a set of coding and we'll give a function name and it will be a user defined function. Okay, some computer programmers that solve real world problems are much large, and this will occupy more space in the computer memory also, and it will take more time to execute also. So these large programs can be divided into some small sections or some small programs, and these are called modules. Okay, let's see the function definition first. The format of this function definition is: first function, we have to write that word function, function, and then we have to give a name of that function. Okay, you can just give some name for that function and you'll give the function and then function name, and then inside the bracket whatever parameters are there, we'll just mention that parameter list there, and then the declaration of variables and the all the other executable statements will be there inside this uh, body of the function. Okay, this is the function body part, and first it will have a word function and then the function name will be there, and inside the bracket if there is any parameters, those list will be mentioned there, and other declaration of variables or the execution of statements and all will be coming under this function inside the body of the function. Okay, here we have to note some points. The first one is function name is any valid identifier. Okay, identifier means, for example, we can say it as a sum or add or something like a identifier. Okay, the parameter list will contain one or more valid variable name. Okay, this parameter list will contain more than one variable, means it will have been separated with comma. Okay, comma, we know, full stop and comma, right? So using this comma only will be differentiating each parameters inside this parameter list. Okay, that means, for example, if you see, if you want to enter the parameters x and y, it will be displayed as a function sum inside the bracket x comma y. Okay, and then function body must be enclosed by braces. That means we have to start and end with brackets only. That only they have mentioned here. Okay, function means first function and then the function name will be given, and then inside the bracket each parameters will be separated by commas, and inside the body of the function we'll write the statements and the declaration of variables and all. Whatever is coming inside this body of the function will be coming inside the brackets only. Okay, let's see an example. Function sum of x comma y. Inside the bracket, variable m is equal to x plus y, return m. So wherever you want to add two numbers, we'll just call this sum. Okay. If there is some 100 or 50 pages coding, means wherever you want to do an addition, you don't have to just uh, add every time. C is equal to A plus B is equal to A plus C. Like that, you don't have to add it every time. You can just call this sum. Okay, this function's name is sum and it has two parameters, x and y, right? So this one you can call it inside the coding wherever you want it uh, to do the sum or the addition. Okay, so we have an example to use this function. This is page number 333. That means it is like they have given the inputs there, and then they have mentioned the function name uh, inside the program, and at last they have given the function declaration part and the function variable declaration, executable statements, and all inside the function itself, right? So they have called, we here in functions we have two parts, function declaration and function calling. Okay, here they have first called the function and then at last they have declared the function's name and they have given the some codings inside the function. Okay, you just check this coding and output, which is in page number 333, and if you have any doubts you can ask me. You just refer this user defined functions and predefined functions before attending the next session. Next session I'll just explain this coding with using functions, and we'll just move on to the next examples also. Okay, so before moving on to the next chapter or the next portion, you just be clear what is this JavaScript functions, and you just read it and you just know about the predefined or library functions and user defined functions. Okay, Thank you for your valuable time. Stay home, stay safe, take care. Bye.